In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. It created light and darkness, vegetation and the animals, and from the formless and empty nothing, all things became. So God created mankind in its own image. In the image of God it created them. Male and female it created them.
No one believed me. For centuries, our story has been told one way only. And I'm the villain, of course. The woman is always to blame, right? Did he beat you? No. Did he threaten you? No. Didn't he love you? Yes. More than anything in the world. So why did you leave him? What's your problem then? He sounds like a good man, and you expect too much. And that's how I became a demon that steals babies. I mean, what am I gonna do with those babies? Sell them on eBay? Anyway, that's how the official story goes. And now, I will tell my version.
I ended up losing paradise forever. That's something you need to understand. Now, I'm not saying that she's the one to blame for all of what happened, but I'm just saying, you know, I only wanted what's best for her.
Well, we were both new in paradise and we didn't know anything about life. And together, we were more confident, stronger. The truth is, he had much more difficulty adjusting to everything around us than me.
I think that she was just too overwhelmed with everything. If I hadn't been there to protect her, I honestly don't know if she would have survived the beginning.
It had started occurring to me that he needed me more than I needed him. And that he was using me as some kind of protecting shield. This is Lilith. This beautiful woman belongs to me. I don't think he did that on purpose, though. More like a little boy. I kept getting more independent. And the more I gained confidence, the more I longed for freedom. And the more I longed for freedom, the more Adam started to resent me. I'm the man, you're the woman. I belong on top, and you belong on the bottom.
Got impossible to try and deal with her. She always kept wanting more and more, and nothing was ever good enough for her. And then, one day, she simply vanished. Without saying a word, she left me.
I didn't disappear. I tried telling him many times that it wasn't working anymore. But he kept swearing that things would change, that he would try harder. And usually he could keep that up only for a few days. Then it would revert back to all the bullshit. So, after a few rounds like that, I decided that enough was enough. I realized he would never change. So I left. I just stopped loving him. It's that simple.
Self-absorbed woman. It took me so long to get over her. Until Eva came.
So, what do you want to know? Well, it took him a while to even notice me at first. When I got there, I was new. I didn't know anything. Then he took me under his wing. Oh, he gave me confidence. Showed me so much affection, I became drunk with love. But there was something about him I couldn't quite put my finger on. Sorry, I have some lemon in between my teeth. It was something deeply melancholic, maybe even distant, like he was too sensitive for this world. Like every little thing would cause him confusion and pain, like a fucking girl.
Eva saved me. She was everything that Lilith was not. Soft, tender, female.
It almost felt like we were matching souls, like we became the same person. We spent all of our time together. Sure, we were a bit isolated, but we didn't need anybody else, you know? But after a while, I started noticing that he had become more quiet. He would avoid certain places like they were hurting him. I suspected that it had something to do with his former lover, but he refused talking about her. Wouldn't even tell me her name. Then one night, he was having bad dreams at the time. I heard him whisper a name. Lilith. And I understood. He still loved her, and I was nothing but a substitute. But I didn't care. I didn't care. I loved Adam so much that I would be content to be number two, as long as he stays with me.
Yes, Eva was perfect. But I just couldn't get Lilith out of my head.
I'll admit to having one slip up. During all this time, he had tried to contact me. Said he needed to see me, that he still loved me. But I kept refusing him. But one day, I answered his call. I was kind of alone, and I thought that I missed him. So we met, and we got trashed, and immediately after that, I knew we had made a huge mistake.
I thought that my Lilith had come back to me. I always hoped she would. She needed me, and I needed her. We were meant for each other. So for one night, she belonged to me. And in the morning, she was gone again. That was it. That demon, banshee, Jezebel, whatever you want to call that heartless bitch. All I wanted to do is go back to my Eva.
I got really scared when I couldn't find him. When I called back the number he has last spoken to, this voice, a woman's voice, the beautiful, a femme fatale's voice answered. So he went back to her. I have lost him. It hurt so much I couldn't breathe. I needed to get out of the pain. And I didn't have the courage to kill myself. So I took from the forbidden fruit. The one they told me never to touch, for it would change me forever. Fuck it. They do love a damsel in distress, am I right?
I felt really guilty afterwards. None of this was her fault. And she was better for him than I was.
His love for me was nothing but self-loathing. That was the truth. Not one of us could take. What's love anyway? It's nothing but an addiction. That's all. Nothing mysterious about it, if you ask me.
Suddenly, I couldn't find her. I knew something was wrong. I panicked. But by the time that I found her, it was too late. So I joined her. That's how we lost paradise.
But I was happy in a way. We were together, you know, bound to each other by a stroke of fate. But he would resent me for knowing what he really is. A resentment my daughters inherited all over the world. We've been here since the beginning of time, and I've seen what my daughters have gone through. It's starting to get better, much too slow. And much too late.
All I wanted was equality, freedom. But I paid a bitter price for it. I lived in seclusion, away from humanity, in exile. Some say I married the devil. Like I will touch that ugly bastard. I bore no sons or daughters. Maybe it's a good thing. But now, I'm back. And I needed to tell my version of the story. I'm not a monster. I don't seek for innocent men during their sleep. I am what I am. I am Lilith. And I was the first woman on Earth.
There I stand, again. Told you nothing has changed. But folks tend to forget when the cup gets half full, the bottle gets half empty.